Since you refuse to appreciate kindness, don't blame me for being ruthless. With just a slight force from his fingers, which were holding onto the steel blades, Dustin snapped them apart with a crisp clang-clang. Before the two members of the Pantheon gods could react, Dustin waved his hand. Bang! Bang! The two Pantheon gods members were sent flying over 10 meters away as if they had been hit by a speeding truck. Before they even hit the ground, they were already coughing up blood, gravely wounded and on the verge of death. Dustin slowly turned his head, looking at the person who had tried to ambush him from behind. That man looked at the broken blade in his hand, then at Dustin, who remained unscathed. He hesitated for a brief moment before abruptly turning and running. Leaping into the air, he dived straight toward the sea. He knew full well that Dustin's strength was far beyond his own. Escaping on land was impossible, so his only chance was to take his chances in the water. It was a good idea in theory, but reality was entirely different. Just as his body was about to touch the water, a powerful force suddenly locked him in midair. He could move his limbs, but his body couldn't descend, as if an invisible giant hand had grabbed hold of him. Then, he watched in horror as his body was lifted higher and higher above the sea. Did you really think you could escape? With a simple motion of his hand, Dustin pulled the man back through the air from a distance of over 10 meters. As Dustin slowly clenched his fist, the man's body twisted unnaturally, his bones cracking audibly. His internal organs shifted violently. Blood gushed from his mouth and nose. No! Don't kill me! I surrender! I surrender! Feeling his body on the verge of being crushed, the man panicked and desperately begged for mercy. It's too late for that now. Dustin's fingers clenched tightly into a fist. With a bang, the floating man exploded like a watermelon hit by a cannonball, his body torn into pieces. Flesh and blood rained down, staining the sea below a deep crimson. Seeing this, Lu Jun's face twitched, and his expression turned grim. He hadn't expected this young man before him to possess such overwhelming strength, defeating all his subordinates in an instant. There was no doubt in his mind now. The opponent was a martial arts grandmaster. But that was what puzzled him. Lu Jun had a firm grasp on all intelligence concerning West Lacosia, including detailed information on the law enforcement squads and the Black Dragon Guard. Yet, among all that intelligence, there was no mention of this young man. When did West Lacosia produce such a terrifying master? Who the hell are you? If you have the guts, state your name! Lu Jun held his blade in one hand, his body slightly crouched, staying on high alert. He had only recently broken through to the Grandmaster level last year, and even that was thanks to the enhancement drugs provided by the Pantheon gods. Up until now, he had never fought another Grandmaster, so he was completely unsure of how this battle would turn out, especially since his opponent's abilities were beyond comprehension, killing a top-tier martial artist from a distance like it was nothing. You must be Lu Jun! Dustin patted the dust off his clothes and said indifferently, Someone specifically asked me not to kill you right away because they want to deal with you personally. But if you resist, I don't mind crippling you first. Arrogant! Lu Jun's face darkened as he shouted. So what if you're a Grandmaster? That doesn't mean I'll lose to you. Besides, I have backup. He turned to look at the General Lewis, speaking in a deep voice. General! This guy is tough to handle. Why don't we team up and take him down together to eliminate future trouble? But General Lewis remained silent, staring intently at Dustin, his brows furrowed in deep thought. The more he looked, the more familiar Dustin seemed. He had definitely seen him somewhere before. Yet, he couldn't quite recall where. General! General! Seeing no response, Lu Jun called out again, louder this time. Shut up! General Lewis' face darkened. Why would I need to deal with a mere nobody myself? Just go all out. I'll be here to cover you. Huh! Lu Jun was stunned. At a time like this, he was still talking about martial arts etiquette and personal honor? Why not just kill the guy and get on the boat to leave? It would be quick, efficient, and leave no loose ends. Making him fight alone, wasn't that just wasting time? What if West Lacosia's main forces arrived? They'd be trapped with no escape. What? Are you afraid of a mere brat? General Lewis sneered. Of course not. But taking him down might take some effort. What if? Lu Jun was about to argue, but General Lewis cut him off. Enough talking. I told you to fight, so fight. Lu Jun frowned, his expression souring. He had gone to great lengths to help General Lewis escape, yet when it came to the crucial moment, the man wanted to sit back and watch the fight unfold instead of helping. It was utterly disgusting. Lu Jun, are you still not seeing the truth? Dustin smirked. That guy is just using you to test my strength. If you win, he'll join in. But if you lose, he'll just abandon you and flee. In short, you're nothing more than a disposable pawn.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my